Hi, I am back. I am back to share some tips for the network marketer, for the MLMer. So MLM, also known as network marketing, I have some tips to share with you. The five most common mistakes that I see within my team and with other people I've talked with and associated with. So a little background to me, I am a top earner in a company, the highest rank. I've been doing this for many, many years. I consider myself a professional, an expert. So take that or leave it. But I would love to share with you the five most common mistakes that I see. And it's actually with two bonus tips. So you're actually getting seven tips. And I'll give a little background of how that came about as well. So, as I said, I'm professional. I've been doing this many, many years. I've made many friends in network marketing companies and in other companies. I love to network with others. I love to just get to know their story. How did they find success? And there's a lot of, success leaves clues. Have you ever heard that? That's a Jack Canfield quote. So I love to network with others and just talk with them and see what's given them success. And it's interesting. Anyway, this list came about as a result of talking with others, mentoring many, many others, and then also polling some friends in a group, in a Facebook group. So I am going to start this list with you now. That was my dog that just left the door, my cute little pup. She loves to hang out in my office and then we'll leave often. So number one, the first thing I see, the most common with my team or other team members, and when I polled, this was also something that was said many, many, many times, is they talk too much. That people get so excited about their business and so excited about the products that they just talk, 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 and they're missing all the cues of someone just like, whoa, 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 whoa. All I said was, hi, how are you? So be cautious. Be cautious of how much you're saying, what you're saying. You just want to ask. Well, that kind of goes into clue number two, to tip number two, is ask questions. I see people that don't ask enough questions. So another common mistake is they don't ask questions, or they don't ask enough questions, because the more questions you ask, the less you will be talking, the more you can hear from them and hear the cues and the clues of what they need, because we're all about helping them and supporting them. This is not a me business. This is how can we help others to get what they need so that they can live a happier, healthier life. Or in my case, with my company, it's helping their pet live a happier, healthier life. So you talk with people very little, you ask as many questions as you can so that you can understand how you can best serve them. There's many people I've talked with that, for example, one person I remember talking with, as I was getting to know her and asking her questions about her pet, because I'm in a pet nutrition space. And she was telling me that she gave me enough clues to tell me that she's not one that loves her pet. She likes her pet, maybe tolerates her pet, but loving her pet she was not really interested in a higher quality nutrition plan. I mean, her dog was one that stayed outside, was chained up, was not in the home whatsoever, little engagement, very little exercise. She's not my ideal client. So we changed gears. We talked about different things because it just wasn't a fit. And why would I just talk and talk and talk and tell her all these things about my products when she wasn't interested? That's not what she wanted. Anyway, so long story short, ask questions, do less of the talking, learn about what they need so that you can better serve them. So that's number two, is they don't ask enough questions. Number three would be, that I see very, very common, is copying and pasting of messages. Have you been on the receiving end of a copy paste message? I have many, many, many times. And the thing that frustrates me the most is, had someone even done a little bit of research, they would see that I'm already affiliated with a network marketing company. I'm a top earner, top ranked. Why would I ever want to leave what I'm doing? I'm already making a high six figure income. Why would I ever want to start a new one? Right? So had they just done a little bit of research, a copy paste message, like that is just enough for me to be like, ick. I don't want to, you're not asking the questions. You're not even finding out if this is something that might be a fit for me. You just copy paste. You don't care. You don't care about me. You only care about hitting the numbers. And that is a common mistake I see. This is a relationship-based business. You've got to build relationships. That's where the magic is. So I understand some people use that method and it works for them, fine, but I'm telling you, it's one of the most common mistakes I see, and I definitely don't teach or train my team to do that. So number four would be, they're posting too often about their products or services. They're not creating engaging content. It might even be someone that has not posted on social media for years and suddenly is like, hey, come buy this. Hey, come look at this. Hey, come try this. You should do this. Here's my link. Join me tonight. There's nothing connecting us to them. And it's all about sell, 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 sell. And there's models, that could be a whole nother training for another day, is how much should you post about your business? And should you do a business page, or should you do it on your personal page? There's a lot of thoughts and a lot of theories, and that's a topic for another day. Just don't do it. Get some education around it, either through me or find another resource that helps you know how often you should post, what you should be posting, and keep those sales posts to a minimum. Out of every 10, maybe one is a post. It's like, hey, here's some products. Here's how you can get these products. The rest of it should be a mix of a lot of other things. So again, that's a training for another day. But I see that so common. Buy this, buy this, buy this. You should do this. Here's my link. Here's my link. And it just doesn't do you any good. It's not good for the algorithm. Your post will not be shown to many people. So that would be number 4. Number 5 would be, this is honestly one of the most popular ones that I see that's a mistake, is they never start. They actually never start the business. They are excited. It's someone I've talked with. We've set all the expectations. We're ready to go. They sign up and then they disappear. I never hear from them again. And it's usually, I could probably trace it to fear, because I know the very first phone call I made when I joined this business just about made me pass out. I was not excited about it. I was petrified. Let's just say that. It took me like 2 hours to talk myself into making that first phone call. So I understand more than anybody the power that fear can have over starting. But it's just interesting that they're so excited. We're ready to go. They've invested the money in the kit, and then I never hear from them again. So they never start. That's mistake number 5. Number 6. So these are the 2 bonus tips that I got as a result of further reflection and polling some of these friends that are in network marketing as well. So number 6 would be, they have poor expectations. I thought this was like a mic drop moment. Mic drop, because that is so accurate. Do you have anybody that's ever sponsored you or tried to talk to you about network marketing? Or do you have people in your team that have said, this is so easy, so-and-so's making 10,000, so-and-so's making 5,000 a month. This is so easy. You got to do this. I've been recruited, not actually joining other companies, but I've had people approach me that have said, this guy's making $7 million now. And all you have to do is this and this. And yes, that's true. All you have to do is like talk to people and follow up with people. But there's so much more to it than that. Like this is something that my first few years, I made very little money. I invested my time knowing that I would have a bigger payout later. So my expectations were right where they should be, but it was still frustrating. There were still moments when I'm like, oh, is this even worth it? But if everybody did it, if it were easy, would everybody do it? Yes, everybody would do it. So you understand that really this isn't for everybody. It's definitely takes work and effort. So if you want a 6-figure income, a 7-figure income, have the expectation that it takes effort, it takes work, it takes a lot of rejection, it takes self-development like you've never imagined. It takes a team. There's a lot of factors that go into this being something that gives you what you want. And so those poor expectations, that's definitely a common mistake, that they think it's easy. The first sign of rejection, they're out of here. So number 7, and this is also very, very essential. So on the counter, like, what do they do wrong? They're not coachable. They go rogue. I call it go rogue. They do their own thing. They're like, okay, that sounds great, but I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this over here. I know you're telling me to do this, but I'm going to do this. That is the opposite of being coachable. Being coachable is one of the most successful things you can do, because follow the leader. Again, success leaves clues, right? So work with your upline or your upline's upline, whoever it is that has had success and is working the business and is making a decent enough income that they have validation in what they're telling you. They know what to do. They've created it for themselves and they want it for you, because their success depends on your success. So of course, they're not going to teach you something that's not going to be effective. Follow the leader, as uncomfortable as it may feel at times. I remember in the beginning of my journey that there were things I had to do, like that first phone call, that required crazy amounts of courage. Let's put it that way. There were moments that I remember doing one event that I went around to my neighborhood and dropped off invitations, and I dropped off invitations in the mail to have a launch party at my house. I was new to the area. I was so uncomfortable with doing that. And I purposely went to the post office and dumped them in actual, like container, so that I could not get them out of my mailbox. I'm like, I am committed. I am doing this, but I am scared out of my mind. I do not want to do this. But those are the moments that really grow. There's no comfort in the growth zone, and there's no growth in the comfort zone. So that was my motto for those first few years, as I got through some of those tougher obstacles. So being coachable, going back to being the coachable aspect, you've got to learn from those that have already paved a way for you. Be willing to do what they say, no matter how uncomfortable it feels for you, because on the other side is success. There is no way you can have failure if you just keep moving forward. Yeah, you might have I've had plenty of failures in the past, but they always moved me in a direction. It was a learning experience. It was something I could learn from and grow from and help me get rooted in why am I here? Why does it matter? And what do I want out of this? So if those resonate with you, then be coachable. Don't say, I'll do it my own way. I know what to do. I'm going to do this. Rely on the leaders that have done it before you. Pave the way. They know exactly what to do and they want your success. So there you go. So the 7, let's go through them really quick. Talk too much. Don't talk too much. Don't do that. You don't want to do that. Ask the right questions. You want to ask engaging questions so you can get to know your prospect better. See if what you have is a good fit for them. Don't copy and paste messages. It's just not authentic. It's not building relationships. It's super spammy. And take the time to get to know somebody first before you reach out to them. And even if you change your message a little bit, I'm not opposed to having a certain message, kind of a script, be applicable, but make it more for them. Get to know them and insert things that are specific to them. Okay. So no copy paste. That's spammy and yucky. Number 4 is don't just post on your Facebook, your whatever platform you're using. Don't just post regularly. Don't make that mistake of posting all the time about your business. Here's my link. Here's my link. Don't do that. Number 5, start. Just get started. Just go for it, because on the other side, as we said, is success without a doubt. Number 6, manage your expectations. Understand that the effort that you put in will produce an outcome. And if you only have a little bit of effort, you're going to have a little bit of outcome. And that's okay, because maybe that's all you can give it. But manage your expectations and know what you just don't think that you're going to have some $1 million business by only working, 5 hours a week or 2 hours a week. Okay. Number 7 would be coachable. Be coachable. Learn from those that have paved the way before you, and you will have success. You just have to stick with it. Don't quit. Don't go back to number 5. Never start or quit too quickly. I probably should have added that to number 6. Is they never start or they quit. They quit, and what a mistake. What a sad story. I have one in particular that quit, and she has a pretty amazing organization that would have been hers had she not quit. So it's sad to see what would have been had she just stuck with it. So don't be one of those. All right. So for additional support, mentor, training, coaching, if you need extra support, reach out to me. I'd happy to help. I love helping others make a financial future like it did for me. I mean, this business has changed my life. I know it can change yours too. So reach out if you need additional support or coaching or mentoring. I'm happy to do that for you. So take care. I will talk with you soon.